All right, we've talked about so many things about progress, moving forward, what it is, how to interpret the information, how you are the solution. We're on the last video of this module, and when you're done with this module, you will be unlocking an incredibly powerful module, which is called Back to the Future. Back to the Future is where we talk about your past, where we talk about your process, processing, where we talk about literally taking your past and using it to fuel you. But in this one, we want to talk about everything that we want to talk about mastering anything you practice. So I want you to think about what we've practiced so far, what you're practicing now, okay? Let's talk about how to master anything we practice, okay? So there's a place beyond practice. It's called third nature. There's a place that ultimately occurs when you're good at practicing something. Practicing is one thing, and I've mentioned mastering things numerous times. How do we master anything we practice to a point of not even thinking about it? So let's talk about this. Number one of the most important things on the planet, we want to study ourselves and write down what you like, what you dislike. The only way you can move forward is knowing what you want to move away from. Write down what you like and what you dislike. If it doesn't make you happy, stop doing it. I can't stress this enough. If it doesn't make you happy, make you feel like you're making progress or feel successful or accomplished, or it's not making you money, there's absolutely no reason for you to do this. Now, how do we do this? How do we really figure this stuff out? This is where the actual practice comes in. This is how you master it. We've practiced drinking water. We've practiced healthy thoughts. We know what to work on, all these things. But how do we solidify this stuff? We've got to get clarity. We've got to know exactly what we don't want and exactly what we do want. We need extreme clarity to the point where when I'm working with CEOs, I ask them, what nail polish are you wearing in 5 years? Do you have pictures on the wall? What's on the wall in 5 years? I mean absolute clarity. With this, when we look at happiness, when we look at who you are up to this point and who you're becoming, there's a lot of things that you learned about yourself till you got here. You had a whole life lived before we met, and now you're in a position of learning. You understand my words, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking differently, you're super excited about all this stuff, you're moving forward, you're expansive. There are things that you like, there are things that you dislike about this experience. Now is the time to get absolutely clear. So, remember I talked about self-love? This is where you want to have those journals. I used to have 12 little notepads, and each one is for the stuff I liked, one is for the stuff I disliked. We want to know what you do like, because we want more of that. What's more important for an exercise is getting clear on what you don't like. I don't like drama. I don't like people interrupting my conversations when I'm saying something super powerful. I don't like people disregarding my feelings like I don't matter. I don't like being emasculated. I don't like being spoken down to. I don't like being belittled. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Seriously clear on what you don't like. Because then, that's the stuff you're not going to tolerate anymore. It's not going to happen. You're not going to allow that. Healthy people don't allow toxic things in their life because it messes with who they are. It messes with how they feel. It messes with how they want to live. You as a healthy person moving forward, you want to go down the checklist and go, nope, that's not for me. Nope, not having it. Nope, not having it. Because what's left? There's more things for us to dislike than there is for us to like. We only need a few things in our life that we actually want, that we actually like. Things that we could do these things all day, every day, and live a happy life forever. That's the clarity. So think about this conversation. I love that he's so expressive. I love the way he does this. I love that. I like this feeling. I don't like that feeling. I like when we talk about this. I like when we drink water. I like when we do these. You see what I'm saying? Get very specific on what it is that you like and what it is you dislike. Because first off, you're getting it out of your mind. You're not just guessing anymore. You're actually doing. You're getting it. You're making it happen. It makes sense. It's out of your brain now, right? Because it's out of your brain, you know exactly what to focus on. How powerful is that? They don't teach us this stuff in school. They wait for all these problems before we got to fix it, and then they give us an exercise, right? I'll drink to that. All right, moving on. I'm telling you, do it. Develop a workflow around your future, not your problems. Your daily routine isn't based on fixing the problem. It's based around a workflow that contributes to who you're becoming. What would the future you be doing? Think about this. Think about this. What would future you be doing? The person that you think or know or feel that you really want to be. I don't care if you want to be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, you want to be chilling on the beach, no shoes, doing your thing. What would future you be doing right now? Is it just chilling? Or are you having breakfast? What is it? What is it? Let's get clear. Let's write this stuff down. The point is that we're not trying to go, oh, I've got a problem with alcohol, I've got a problem with this, I got a problem with that, and then we design a workflow that goes, okay, this is going to help me stop that thing. No. We want to start living in a place, a workflow, a regimen. Some people, I don't like structure. I don't like saying you can and can't do this stuff. I got a problem with authority too. I don't like going, this is how it's done, it's the only way. That's why AA didn't work for me. That's why so many things didn't work for me. I'm an expansive human being connected to the nether realms of the universe. You can't put me in a box and expect me to have a good time. With that said, I still have a workflow. I have a workflow of a CEO. I have a millionaire workflow. Doesn't mean I'm a millionaire, nor do I want to be. But what I do, what I do is focus on being a better version of myself. What is helping me do that? So my regimen, my workflow, what I do, here's my workflow. You want to know? I'll tell you. Feel free to copy it. Do it better. I want to learn from you. I wake up. Okay? Wake up. 6. Today I was up at 6. You don't have to wake up at 6. Your job, your life is different. I wake up at 6, 7:30 at the latest. The first thing I do is drink water. I've been sleeping for 8 hours. I'm dehydrated. I fuel my system. From there, I get up and I make my bed. Get my gear on, I make my bed. From making the bed, I turn my machine on. The computer that we're on right now. I turn this thing on. Now, when that machine turns on, what is on my screen? Everything that I was working on the day before. This is because if I don't know what I'm working on, I work on everything. I know that I need to have a little bit of structure in my life so I don't go all squirrely trying to figure out what it is that needs my attention. Got ADHD, dude. I gotta have it in front of me. If it's not in front of me, then it really doesn't exist. Okay? So I have everything that I worked on the night before. Once that's done, once I'm good, once I'm hydrated, machine's ready to go, I go wake up the kids. Kids are good to go. Maybe I have something small, right? Whatever. To eat, right? Have a protein shake, whatever that is. Then I'll come back into this realm here, right? And I'll start working on the few things. I'll check all of my notifications, make sure no one needs my immediate assistance, whether it's the sober team or it's my business partners or family, whatever. I check all my notifications, make sure everybody's okay, right? When I'm done with that, I'll jump on TikTok, release 5, 6, 7 videos, help you guys move forward. Then I go live for an hour, hour and a half. From there, that is the time that I spend supporting other people. From there, I actually have 30 minutes that I can do whatever I want. I give myself the time to go, this is Cody time. If I want to help somebody, I can do that. If I want to eat food, I can do that. If I want to cry for a few minutes, I can do that. It doesn't matter. But my workflow is set up specifically for the way I want to live. Now, I am creating time for me to give my 100% to my business, to my partners, to the people that are basically depending on me, I set it up so I am at my 100% when I show up for them. 100%. Right? Then I go through my day. I handle all of the projects, 15 at the moment. I got 16 business partners. I got to work on all their stuff and my stuff and the sober stuff and the team, all this stuff. My life is hectic, but it works. It's set up for my mind. It's set up for who I want to be. It's set up to help me operate at a peak state of performance at all times. At the end of the day, when I'm done, I've completed as much as I possibly can. I don't beat myself up if I don't finish things because life happens, is I go to the gym. Once I go to the gym, spend 45 minutes, an hour there, it's not far away. I come back here and I eat a healthy meal. More water. Water throughout the whole day. 4, 5, 6, 7 of these things a day, or my big jug or whatever that is. The workflow that I have is set up to help me do the things I love, help me feel successful, and make me money. Those are the 3 things that I allow. Anything outside of that, I do not do. That's why I'm here for you with a smile. That's how I'm here for you every day, is because my workflow, including recording this for you right now, has been set up on my calendar to make sure that I can deliver myself at 100% for you in the same way that you're going to deliver yourself 100% for me when we see each other again. Then I have some chill time. After dinner, we got the kids. We do the kids stuff. They go to sleep. Hang out on TikTok for a while. Do my thing. Answer questions. Set my calendar up for the next day. We're off and running. Go to sleep. I'm asleep by 11:11, or at least I'm in bed. All my electronics are off. My phone's on the other side of the room. It's not on vibrate. It's on silent. Nothing's getting my attention. I am sleeping, and I do it again. Nothing is the same, but everything is similar. Your workflow is designed around who you want to be, not who you don't want to be. When you look at the information like that and you practice living the way you would as the person you want to be, you're being it until you see it. Eventually you're going to go, dang, I'm living the life I've always wanted, right? Get out of your mind. Teach it, share it, write it, scream it. The more we project our understandings, the more we understand what we understand. Similar to reading your sentences out loud to catch typos. Do you see through this whole program, I'm like, I see the typo. I see it. It's because I'm catching it as I read it out loud. I'm literally saying these things to you, and as I'm in the process of saying it to you, I'm seeing these typos and catching it and recognize it. That same thing, that same concept. When you understand something, you say it. You get it out. You speak it. You write it. You draw it. You get it out of your head. It is so incredibly important that you get your understandings out. Because once you say it, you're reprocessing it. Just like programming yourself to drink water. What are you doing today? Drinking water? Oh, wrote a new neural pathway. What'd you do today? I drank water. Oh, cool. Awesome. I bought a drink water hat. I drank more water. Then more. I did these things. You're getting it out of your mind. You're talking about what you know. You're literally mastering it. This is mastering your understandings. The more you literally express yourself, the deeper it's being written into your mind. And the more of an authority you become. People look at you and go, dang, they really know their stuff. They must be really happy. Only happy people do those kinds of things. You're absolutely correct. Unhealthy people keep all their thoughts to themselves, and they don't master who they are. They don't even try. But that's the opposite of who you are. You're here. You're rocking it. You're killing it. Let's move forward. Practice patience and allow yourself to evolve. Do nothing. Think about your thoughts. Sit in silence or create distractions to practice focusing. It took me 19 years to become an overnight success. You gotta think about this. Do nothing. Why is it so difficult for us to do nothing? So many of us feel that doing nothing is like the worst thing on the planet. Not if you're doing it in a healthy way. When I'm in the gym and there's 100 people around, and I'm lifting and doing these things, you know what I do? I go and I sit by myself. I'm not talking to people. I literally stand here with my hands just like this, and I feel the things around me. I sit in silence. I allow my body and my mind to recalibrate, and for me to share an experience with myself. I'm sitting here, I'm practicing patience. I'm giving my attention to everything in my body. I'm creating peace. I'm allowing these things to set in. I'm allowing my blood to flow, the oxygen to do what it does, my thoughts to do what they do. I'm feeling the wind. I'm literally just doing nothing. Some people go, well, if you're resting, you're not working on your muscles. Wrong. If you're not doing something, you're not getting anything out of it. Wrong. I'm practicing patience and silence and creating solitude in a place of chaos. There's so much happening. I must get control of myself, even when it's chaotic. I say this because you can go into the middle of a crowd and seriously hear nothing. This is what happens when you get to know yourself, when you get to understand who you are, when you practice mastering the things that you know, including the things you don't like. Just accepting the fact you don't like that thing is enough for you to never allow it in your life. Nope, I don't like that. Good job, man. I don't like giving my attention to that person over there, so I don't do it. I practice not doing it. So many teachers and so many people go, well, just stop doing the thing. It's not like that. You literally have to practice not doing it. You have to put yourself in the position to not do it. You have to give yourself the time to evolve. In the same way, my shoulder, I feel it right this second. This is from yesterday. It didn't start throbbing until today. Now I know. I gave myself the time and the attention to recognize that I put in extra work on this yesterday, and I know exactly what I did yesterday. I tried something new, something I've never done before, and I did it. I did it. It was super awesome. It was way harder than I thought, but I did it. That's awesome. This is the repercussion of me allowing myself to evolve, giving myself the time. I wasn't expecting immediate results. As a matter of fact, every single little thing, every day I look at something and go, what is this? This is new. My body is evolving. My mind is evolving. I didn't understand that last week. Now it makes absolute sense this week, right? Right? Think about your thoughts, man. Like, seriously think about them, because you are not your thoughts. You don't ask for your thoughts to show up. You could sit here and have 1,000 thoughts and you're like, I don't know where these things are coming from. It's just intrusive. They're just in there. They're just doing it. What spaghetti-o did I eat that brought up the alphabet today? I don't know. But the point is you're not supposed to know. You're just supposed to think about the things that you think about. What's popping in your head all the time? Most people who have been practicing unhealthy behavior think about all the reasons why they should continue being unhealthy. You're right. I have been thinking that I'm nothing. I have been rerunning the trauma, rerunning the things I don't like through my head. And because I keep practicing that thought, I keep getting that same feeling. Write that down. I keep thinking about this. It's not because you've asked for it, it's because you're good at thinking about it. In the same way that we go, oh, what we've been practicing, when I'm bored, I think about water. How is it that I just now thought about water? Think about this. How is it that I just thought about water? I could have picked up my cell phone right here, but why did I pick up the water? It's because I've practiced thinking about water. When I've got nothing to do, I reach for my water. When I make a good point, I reach for my water. When my stomach starts to grumble, I reach for my water. There's a reason to think healthy. Now we're just living a healthy life. That's all because we're recognizing the thoughts that are coming in and we're adjusting what those thoughts are. Remember, what we choose to think about becomes our actions. Those actions become who you are. Because it's about what we do, not what we say. It's about what we do, not what we think, right? If you guys only knew what was up in here, we probably wouldn't be friends. But I probably wouldn't be your friend either. It's not for me to know, and it's not for you to know. The point is that you are not your thoughts, they just are. And accepting the fact that you have those thoughts is the first way to letting them go. I don't have to hang on to that thought. I don't have to do that stuff. That's not my thought to rerun. As a matter of fact, sometimes we feel and think on behalf of other people because we take on their burden, which we talked about in week 1. We take on their energy and their thoughts, and we punish ourselves for the way that they feel. You didn't ask for that. So literally sitting in silence and just going, what do I want to think about? What do I want to be invading my mind? If I could have anything pop in at any moment, what would it be? Would it be yogurt? Spaghetti! Second time referencing SpaghettiOs. You know what I'm saying? What do I want to fill my mind with? Now, a lot of people go, dude, every time I look at water, I hear your voice, right? Makes sense, because I've been saying it so often. Now you look at this, you go, drink water. That's what pops in your head. But that's something healthy for you. You look at drink water, you think drink water, you drink water, and you go, oh man, I remember that experience with Cody. That was fun. We had a good time. That was in module 3. He was talking about this. Oh yeah, Cody, good times, opposed to Cody, bad times. You know? So we just got to keep all that stuff in mind. You get good at anything you practice. Remember, what we were just talking about is mastering yourself. How you master anything you practice. And the last thing here, everything we do today is preparing us for success tomorrow. Everything is and has a process. 36 years went by before I wrote this sentence you're reading now. Focus on what's working, and what's broken will fix itself. I'm not even 36 at the time of this recording. My birthday is next month. But it took me my entire life to write the sentence I just read to you. Do you understand how much had to happen in my existence for me to write that? There's no other series of circumstances in series of events that would have or could have unfolded that would have had me say that to you now. It had to happen exactly the way it did. It had to. There's no other way there's no other addition process that could have happened to have that fall out of my face if it didn't happen the way it did. This is why we're going to talk about this next week in Back to the Future. Everything happened the way it was supposed to. Everything was for me, so I can say this to you now. If it didn't work out exactly the way it did, this wouldn't be happening. We've got to accept that. Week 1. This is how you master this stuff, is literally going, it had to work out like this. It must work out like this. It is a process. Everything is the repercussion of something else. There's no such thing as original. Everything is derivative of something else. Someone else wore a sideways hat, and I was like, I kind of like that. That's cool. But someone else had a logo with this font, and I was like, I kind of like that. But I wanted to say drink water, so I did that. This shirt right here, Sober Mode gave me this, right? He got an inspiration from something else. There's no such thing as original. You might claim it's original, but the point is that it's all a process. Everything. You take everything that ever happened to you in your entire life, every thought that you had, every piece of food that was in your system, every dream you had, every time you argued, every time they hit you, it doesn't matter. When you add all of that up, you get you. That's amazing. That is amazing. You're one of a kind. You could give me all of the same things and I still wouldn't be you. You are you. And you're mastering you. What do you want to add? I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That is super powerful. I have one more thing for you. Right? We look at all these things, studying yourself, mastering everything. There's only one more thing that I want you to understand. Drink water! You think we're done? No! That's just the last video of Module 3. I'm so proud of you! Cling, you ready? You did it. You did it. Let's go. Celebration. Goodness gracious. I'm so proud of you. We did it. We did it. We did it. It's just the beginning. Next week, we are going to be talking about Back to the Future. We're going to dive into your past. It's going to be scary. We're going to dive into all those things that turned you into the superhuman that you are right now. I'm going to show you how to take everything from your past and flip it on its head to literally launch you forward. And I am so excited for you. I'm excited for us. Do your homework. Practice patience. Do your thing. Drink water. I'll see you later.